If you're over 50 and you're considering dating, you need to be aware that there are people out there who want something from you. And it's not the typical S thing. And it's not just a loving, healthy relationship. I'm talking about they want your things. And I'm seeing this a lot in my circle of people in my life. I have witnessed a few people just financially destroyed by this and emotionally destroyed. It's traumatic, but it's out there. And they primarily target people in our age bracket. I think because they see us as more vulnerable, more desperate to find a partner to finish life with. And I don't necessarily feel that way, but I know a lot of people do. A lot of people want somebody to share experiences with. And, you know, there's also the thought that we're aging and that our bodies are changing medically. And that's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, the idea of being alone during that time. And I feel that way too. But you just got to be careful, because there's so many con artists out there. And this happens to men and women. I'm just speaking about it through my lens as a woman, because that's what I'm witnessing. I'm around women. I have women friends, so that's what I see. But I know it happens to men too. So I'm not discounting men. And I'm not saying that all men are con artists. They're not. There's a lot of genuine, loving men out there. I have 3 sons, so I know this to be true. And they want healthy, normal, valuable relationships. But there still is a proportional share out there that are not seeking that. They are seeking something else. They want your assets, because people our age, so many of us own homes. You know, a lot of people have pensions and retirement accounts. Maybe you have Social Security. Maybe you have assets like jewelry. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any jewelry. But, you know, whatever it is, just things. They want your things. Things can be sold for money. And these people, these con artists, I'll call them, these con artists, want to suck you into a relationship. And they're often very charming and very difficult to detect. I had a situation like this many years ago, so I feel like I'm kind of pro at it, having had the experience. So I can spot it a mile away, but most people can't. And one of the things I look for right away is, are they coming into my life, or am I going into their life, or are we making a life together? So if we're not making a life together and it's one-sided either way, then to me, it's not going to work. It's not a healthy relationship. I wouldn't move somebody into my house. And I'll tell you why. Because when I was in the situation I was in many states, but in my state, you move someone into your house and they have rights. Once they do establish any kind of residency here, they have some rights. They have rights to your vehicle. If they've ever used your vehicle, I had that situation where I was told, when he ran away with my vehicle, I was told, has he ever driven it before? Have you ever let him drive it before? Well, of course, you know, yeah, I did. Then it becomes just a civil matter, and because he lived in the house and he had access to the vehicle, then, you know, he had the right to take my vehicle, I guess. I don't know. But these kinds of things happen, and they know that. They know that they have rights. If you can fall in love with them and you can invite them into your life, guess what? Not only are you vulnerable to giving up things because you're in love and you want to help somebody, or you want to help the relationship, they also have rights to your stuff in many states. So you have to be so very careful. And they know who to target. They target people who own things. So if you own something, be careful. Don't rely on your normal intuition, because often once you're sucked in and you're in love and you feel like they're in love with you. Maybe they are sometimes. But once you're sucked into that, it's very difficult to see. It's very difficult to determine authenticity because you're blindsided by love. And, you know, so don't just rely on that. Look for red flags. Look for things that make your stomach feel funny, like if you're second guessing things they've told you, or second guessing things because 2 and 2 is not making 4, that kind of thing. That's when you know you're in trouble. That's when you know something's not right. And then you can go and use your mind instead of your heart. But you have to know ahead of time that this is a possibility. If you're just going into a relationship and you're falling in love naturally and you think you're in love and you think they love you, then you're not going to be looking for this. So you have to talk about it ahead of time. And adult children, you know, we have to watch out for this with our parents too, because that's what I have seen. I've seen those in their 70s and 80s. They get on the internet and they think because someone sends them a message, oh, they're friends, you know, and they're nice, because in their generation, people were nice. People weren't always trying to take from you. They weren't always trying to get what you have, but it's different now. So they don't know how to distinguish between genuineness and conning manipulations. And I keep seeing it, and it's so sad. It's not sad just because they get wiped out financially. It's sad because they get wiped out emotionally. They really think they were in love. They really think this person loved them, and they're sending them money because they want them to get on a plane and come see them. And in their country, they don't have the ability to make money, or whatever story they tell them. And so I keep seeing this. I keep getting frustrated. And I thought I just wanted to talk about this. I think that as we age, it's normal to want a partner, and it just makes us more vulnerable. So that's it. I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to shed some light on it. I think I need to go deeper into it, but I just saw it happen again to somebody, and I was thinking, I don't understand, and I don't see it talked about too much. And so I just curious. I don't know if this is happening to other people and they're not mentioning it because of shame or whatever, but if I could see, you know, 4 people just in my circle who it's happened to, then it's gotta be out there. It's gotta be more prevalent. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, and I'm not trying to make it sound like dating's bad or men are bad or anything like that. I'm just trying to bring awareness to think about your relationship. You know, if it's too good to be true, it probably, you're 50 and above, so you know you've been there with other things in life. And if you have assets, or if you just have things that are more than what they have, that's another red flag. If they haven't done their life's work, but all of a sudden they just love you so much and want to move into your home and blah, 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 you know, just be careful. Just be really careful, and just analyze that, you know. Instead of your heart, use your head, step away from it, do some analysis. Does this even make sense? Does it make sense for you? So that's it. I don't have a solution. I just wanted to shed some light in it. I wanted those who are in this age bracket to start talking about it more. And I want to see less people hurt, because like I said, I've seen quite a few of my, I wouldn't say close friends because they have another place in my life other than that. They're in my circle though. And it's just awful. It's devastating. So that's it. Be safe out there and just be aware. That's all.